Maduro is now threatening the United States with 5,000 Russian missiles, saying that he has them pointed at our ships and our planes. Wow, didn't see that coming. Russia has been arming up Venezuela for years, and now they got an arms treaty with Venezuela on top of a strategic partnership treaty where they're going to be helping them against any kind of war against regime change, which will make them at war with the United States. This is coming as United States troops are training in the Panama jungle as tensions are starting to simmer with Venezuela. So they're getting ready for, I guess, an invasion into Venezuela. This is also coming as Russia and Venezuela sealed a missile deal and the US forces are stepping up in the Caribbean. Remember that treaty I told y'all about Russia coming to Venezuela's aid? That's what I was talking about. They're getting ready to help Venezuela against the United States. They're already about to rush missiles over, and Maduro already deployed about 5,000. We got the country of Spain saying they're about to join in and help NATO buy weapons from the United States and send them off to Ukraine to help them win the war against Russia. We have Russia's partner, North Korea, that said that they fired a new hypersonic missile capable of carrying a nuclear warhead. And it's kind of funny timing, because Putin also supervised a nuclear readiness test from the ground, from the air, and from the sea. We have China putting up some kind of barrier near the Philippines, and it's taking the Philippines off because they're saying they might have to blow it out the water again. And if this happens and China and the Philippines end up in some kind of a war, then the United States gets dragged into that war with the Philippines. They have been deploying their military, they've been deploying planes, they've been shooting flares, they've been seizing areas. It's getting rough over there and all over the world, obviously. It's not just Asia, it's Europe too. It's not just Europe, it's the Middle East too. It's not just the Middle East, it's over here in the Americas. Man. But y'all can keep denying these bills to help people, but y'all want to go and build a ballroom and promote that and say, thank y'all for funding this. Come on, get the fuck out of here, man. This shit pisses me off.
All right, Shalom Akim. This is your brother Zakaria Allah, branched out here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Come with another lesson, quick in transit on the way to the plantation. Lord, wonders be edifying to the Lord's elect. And before I get started with this lesson, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wachah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, of whom I've grown in this truth under. Shalom to the Akim out there that's pushing the truth, that's laboring in the word, and that's pushing the gospel of the great kingdom that's soon to come. Shalom to the Akwath that's listening in, that's remaining true to the faith, and remaining faithful and submissive to their husbands and guiding their children. And shalom to the hopeful elect of the 12 tribes that scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. You Israelite foreigners out there who live among the heathen and who look like those heathen nations. But your lineage goes back to the progenitors of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel through the line of your fathers. I want to say peace and blessings to you all, Barakatham. All right? And so, we're at the precipice, man, you know what I'm saying, of a world war. You know what I'm saying? A world war, man. And just as we told you, all right? Just as we told you, these devils, at the climax of their rulership, they're going to show their horns. All right, they're going to show their bloodlust, all types of stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? Clearly these guys are, these guys speak. They can speak a peace all they want to, man. But at the end of the day, what they truly want is war. All right, what they truly want is war. The scriptures tell you this in Psalms chapter 55, all right, verse 20. You know what I'm saying? War was in his heart, man. All right, war was in his heart. That's all he cares about, man. The scriptures say continually are they gathered together for war. So this is what they're all about, man. They're about war. They're about, they're about taking the lands, man. You know what I'm saying? And this is going to intensify. All right? And World War III is going to happen. Revelation chapter 11, verse 14. See what I'm saying? The second woe is past. Behold, the third woe cometh quickly, man. All right? So let me Let me just bring up the precept for you. All right, bear with me. All right, this is Psalms chapter 55, verse 20. It reads, "He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant." All right? He always goes against those that are peaceful, goes against those that are not opposed to him, man. You know what I'm saying? All right, Venezuela is a sovereign nation. You see what I'm saying? And these jokers are treating this thing as if they're enemy states. You know what I'm saying? Who's lifting up arms against them when that's never been the case. You know what I'm saying? It's never been the case. This joker is on the TV, on the news now, okay, saying that he doesn't have to declare war. He doesn't have to make a declaration of war. Well, when do you have to make a declaration of war? You see what I'm saying? When do you have to make a declaration of war? All right? He's just completely bypassing the Congress, all right, and every protocol that's in place to keep this from happening. Okay? Clearly, this guy is he's subverting the whole Constitution and all that type of stuff, man. And these MAGAs can't even see that. They can't even see that. There are checks and bounds. All right, there are things in place. You know what I'm saying? Procedures, protocols. You know what I'm saying, to make sure that power is not abused. And here this guy he's abusing it. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because he got to get this shit popping, and he's got to get it popping quick, man. The Lord is the Lord is mustering the host of the battle, man. All right, and the Lord is using his sword to do this. All right, which is the wicked. The wicked is Esau, Edom. You know what I'm saying? Malachi 1 and 4, man. They are the border of wickedness. All right. Verse 21. It says, "The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart." All right, smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. This joker said, I'm the president of peace. I'm the president of peace. And then he turns around and says, we're going to have peace through strength. We're going to have peace through strength. All right. At the beginning of the whole administration, you know what I'm saying? Your boy Nero 47. You know what I'm saying? Like the beloved elder Apostle Tahar says, you know what I'm saying? Nero 47, he says what? He brings in Zelensky and he starts cussing him out, saying that you're playing with World War III, and here this nigga is. You see what I'm saying? Here he is, and he's bringing it in. All right, and you got all these nations that's gearing up for war, man. The scriptures say, "Prepare war." All right, wake up the mighty men. This is that's in Joel the 3rd chapter. All right, wake up the mighty men. Let them come up. You know what I'm saying? All right, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears, man. All right. So it says his words were smoother than slaki. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. All right, his words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords, man. You know what I'm saying? This joker's got the nerve to say that he doesn't need to make a declaration of war. Yet he's literally talking about sending troops into a sovereign nation. All right, sending fighter jets into a sovereign nation, sending battle submarines into a sovereign nation. All right, and here comes Russia. Russia is going to defend, just as the scripture said that they would. Let's get this Ezekiel. Bear with me. All right, this is Ezekiel chapter 38. All right, and verse 7, it says, Be thou prepared and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. All right, and be thou a guard unto them. It says, after many days thou shalt be visited in the latter years, thou shalt come into the land that is brought back from the sword, and is gathered out of many people. All right, against the mountains of Israel. You know what I'm saying? Because that land of Israel is going to be destroyed too. It's going to be destroyed, absolutely obliterated, man. Okay? Just like America, but the only difference is Israel is going to be built back up. See what I'm saying? Which have been always waste. But it is brought forth, all right? But it is brought forth out of the nations, and they, all right, and they shall dwell safely, all of them. Okay? And that's going into the elect, because the Lord's going to bring us back into that land, man. You know what I'm saying? When you go into the chapters, all right, in Ezekiel chapter 36, verse 30, chapter 36, chapter 37, and chapter 38, you know what I'm saying? It's going in an order of how prophecy would play out. You know what I'm saying? Chapter 36 is speaking on how the land of Israel would be taken. All right, how the land of Israel would be taken and spread amongst these imposters. You know what I'm saying? That's chapter 36. Then chapter 37 speaks about how the actual Israelites would wake up. Okay, after being scattered. You know what I'm saying? They would wake up. The prophets would rise up with the stick. You know what I'm saying? With the stick of Ephraim, the stick of Joseph. All right, and the stick of Judah. You know what I'm saying? That's 37. And then 38 is speaking on how those who had taken our land is going to be destroyed, man. How those who took our lands is going to be destroyed. You see what I'm saying? And the Israelites will be brought back into it. You know what I'm saying? So, let's see. Says verse 9, thou shalt ascend. Okay? Thou shalt ascend and come like a storm. All right? Thou shalt be like a cloud. Okay, and these jokers are going to come like a cloud, man. I've seen so many people, you know what I'm saying, share visions and whatnot. Okay? Share visions speaking about, you know, when America gets invaded, man. Okay, so these jokers are going to come like a storm, man, against the unwalled villages. All right? Like a cloud to cover the land. Thou and all thy bands, and many people with thee. And many people with thee. You know what I'm saying? You go up even further, and it talks about all of them. You know what I'm saying? Libya, Ethiopia, you know what I'm saying? Tocumar, all those nations that's going to be joined with Russia. All right, which in the scriptures say Gog of Magog, man. It says, thus saith the Lord power, it shall also come to pass that at the same time shall things come into thy mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought. And Putin's about to think that evil thought, man. You see what I'm saying? He's going to think that evil thought, and the nukes is going to fly. All right? The missiles going to fly. You see what I'm saying? But before that happens, all right, prophecy has to play in this respective order. You see what I'm saying? And so when when this economy crashes, and Salakia, I am driving, so trying to get my thoughts straight. But when this economy crashes, all right, then what's going to happen is they're going to bring about a solution after a certain amount of time. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no telling how long this economy is going to be in the shitter, right? But they're going to make sure that it's in a way that people are going to beg for a solution, and their solution is going to be that MOTB, written of in Revelation chapter 13, verse 16, a subdermal device that goes underneath your skin, either through the forehead or through your hands. You see what I'm saying? And it's coming quickly. All right, it's coming quickly. These devils are moving with lightning speed, man. Talking about a digital currency, digital wallets, digital ID. You know what I'm saying? RFID, real ID. Excuse me. You know what I'm saying? Real ID. Okay. So this thing is moving fast, man. And expect something major to happen by the end of this year. You know what I'm saying? It's coming. All right, it's coming. I'll be surprised if it don't happen by the end of this year. With all this stuff that's going on, you know what I'm saying? The Lord is mustering the host of the battle, right? It says China's acting up, you know what I'm saying? Getting ready to take Taiwan, you see? And they might get in a conflict with Philippines. Who else? North Korea. All right. NATO's starting to move. So we're gonna see it, man. We're gonna see this thing ramp up. All right. But that's it. I just wanted to jump on that real quick. You know what I'm saying? Blow the trumpet. This has been your brother Zakaria Allah, branched out here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. In closing, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wachar Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and my grown in this truth under. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom.